Lesson 8: Parts of flowering plants. Morphology of a flowering plant. Flowering plants are more developed than non-flowering plants. They have distinct root, stem, leaves, flowers, etc. Generally, flowering plants are multicellular and green. A typical flowering plant has following parts: A. Root system, B. Shoot system. Root system. The part of a plant that remains underground is called root. It anchors the plant to the soil. Mustard is a dicotyledonous plant that has a taproot. The main part of the root, that grows deep into the soil, is called primary root. The primary root gives many branches called secondary roots and tertiary roots. The fine branches of tertiary roots are called rootlets. The tip of a rootlet is soft and delicate, which is covered by a root cap. Behind the tip there are large numbers of hair-like outgrowths called root hairs. The monocot plants like wheat, maize, rice, etc. have fibrous root instead of taproot. Shoot system. The stem with its branches along with leaves, flowers and fruits is called shoot system. Usually it grows vertically above the soil. Based on the functions, the shoot system consists of two organs. They are vegetative and reproductive parts. Vegetative parts. The stem, branches and leaves are the vegetative parts of the plant. The stem. The stem is the main axis of shoot system. It is the aerial part that develops from the plumule of the embryo of a seed. It is green in color. It bears lateral branches. The lower part of the stem is thick and gradually thinner towards the apex. The stem has swollen points called nodes. The branches and leaves arise from the nodes. The part of the stem between two nodes is called internode. In this way, the stem bears nodes and internodes. Leaf. The leaf is a thin, flattened, lateral outgrowth of a plant. Leaves are borne on the nodes of the stem and branches. They are green in color due to the presence of chlorophyll. Reticulate venation. The arrangement of veins in a net-like form in the leaf blade is called reticulate venation. This type of venation is found in the dicotyledonous plants like mustard, peepal, China rose, etc. Parallel venation. The arrangement of veins is more or less parallel to one another in the leaf blade is called parallel venation. It is found in the leaves of monocotyledonous plant like maize, banana, bamboo, etc. Flower. The flower is a modified shoot, and in flowering plants it bears organs for sexual reproduction. The flower parts are adapted to bring about pollination and fertilization, resulting in the formation of seeds and fruits. The stalk of the flower is known as pedicel. The terminal part of the pedicel is called the thalamus. There are 4 types of floral leaves such as sepals, petals, stamens and carpels, which develop from the nodes of the thalamus. Parts of a flower. The typical complete flower consists of calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynocium. Calyx. It is the outermost whorl of a flower. It is usually green in color, and each individual members of the calyx is called sepal. The calyx may be made up of free or united sepals. The flower having free sepals is known as polysepalous flower, whereas the flower having united sepals is known as gammosepalous flower. In the bud stage, calyx encloses and protects the delicate parts of the flower. Corolla. Corolla is the second whorl of a flower, which lies just inner to calyx. It is composed of petals, which are brightly colored. In some flowers the petals are joining, while in other flowers, they are free from each other. Like calyx, the flowers with free petals are known as polypetalous flowers, and those with fused petals are known as gammapetalous flowers. Petals are sometimes scently, and due to bright color they attract bees, butterfly and other insects that help in pollination of flower. The petals of some flowers secrete sweet nectar to attract the insects. Androecium. Androecium is the male reproductive organ of a flower that lies just inner to petals. The stamens are collectively called androecium. Each stamen has usually a filament and anther. Filament is the slender stalk of the stamen, which bears the anther at its tip. The anther bears pollen grains or microspores. The pollen grains are the male gametes. Fruit. Fruit is defined as a matured ovary containing seeds. It develops from the ripened ovary after pollination and fertilization. There are varieties of fruits. The fruits are various colored. They are found in different shapes and sizes according to the plant, e.g. mango, apple, orange, banana, pomegranate, guava, berry, kaffir, lychee, coconut, etc. Types of seeds. On the basis of the number of cotyledons, seeds are of 2 types. They are monocotyledonous and dicotyledonous seeds. The gram, pea, bean, mustard, mango, orange, etc. are dicotyledonous plants. The seeds of these plants contain 2 cotyledons. The rice, wheat, maize, barley, etc.